Hi guys! I'm going to show you how to plant, or how I'm going to plant. You can plant however you want. A Benton sweet cherry that I just got from Fedco. It's exciting. I'm kind of rambling. It's exciting. We got the bulk order today, and I just got one full-size tree. I got a lot of cyanwood and rootstock this year to graft, so I'll probably have a lot of little trees that I'm going to be planting into a nursery bed. But I'll just show you a little bit. I haven't made a video for a while, or even made it out to the orchard to see the trees for a while. We've been sick and just really busy with homeschool stuff. And so it's exciting. I got to run out here and hopefully we'll get this tree planted. So this is my tree that I got from Fedco. I'm super happy with the trees that we got. I think everyone was really happy with them. The sweet cherries in particular were really big. Which, you know, might have a harder time adjusting to the transplant, but hopefully it'll be okay. So I like to soak my trees in buckets before I plant them. This one's been soaking for like 10 hours, but you can soak them as little as any amount really will help. It just helps them to absorb more water. You know, they get kind of dried out in storage over the winter. Usually they dig them out in the fall, store them in cool storage with like damp sawdust in the winter. I'm pretty sure that's how they do it at Fedco, but I'm not 100% sure. And then they ship them bare root, so you know, no soil around the roots, just in like damp sawdust. And so it's good to just kind of give it a little bit of a drink before you plant it again, and it starts to adjust to the new soil and possibly dryness. I mean, hopefully they won't get too dry because I try to be diligent about watering. So I am going to be planting it where this apple tree that I grafted was planted, because I don't remember if I amended the soil. I think I did add azomite and stuff. I grafted the black Oxford cyanwood to an MM111, so I'm just going to dig this out and I'm going to put it in a pot back home and then just graft on something else to it, but I'm going to put it somewhere else because this is my orchard with the fence around it is getting kind of full. So until there are a few trees that I need to dig out, like a peach tree that has gummy disease and an apricot tree that's pretty much dead. But before that's going to be a lot bigger project digging those out because they're bigger trees than this little tree. So my plan is I'm just going to dig this tree out and then plant the cherry here. So I'm probably not going to show that because I don't have a great tripod, and I'll just show you like after I've dug the hole. That'll probably be good enough. Okay, I'm still digging out some of the dirt, but I just wanted to show you guys before it gets too dark. The sun is going down. That I try to do, so I dug out the grafted tree and then, which I did about a foot diameter and I might take off some of this dirt and just take it back in that, I don't know yet. But one thing you really want to make sure you do, try to dig a large hole. So this is about 3 feet. I just kind of estimated. And one thing you really want to make sure you do is, as you're digging down with the shovel kind of makes smooth sides around the edge of the hole. You do not want that because the roots might not want to go through that. They might want to get root bound in this hole that you've dug. So one thing I always do is, and I'm going to try to show you how I do it, is just chop up, while holding the camera, the edges of the holes really well so that it's not a smooth surface. So just make sure you do that all the way around the edge of the hole. That way the roots will want to go outside of the hole and have a good foundation for a good strong tree. So I'm going to keep digging this out and then I'll show you guys, hopefully if it's not too dark, how I plant it. Okay, so now my hole's all dug and I got the cherry tree out, and what I like to try to do is to try to find the dominant root. So I would probably choose that one there that's pointed towards the right, and that hopefully will turn into the strongest root of the tree. So I like to point that in the direction of the prevailing winds, which here come from the north. Sorry about, I'm getting over a cold. From the northwest, which is the direction I have it pointed now. And then oftentimes I also like to lean the tree a little bit in that direction so that, you know, if you plant it straight and you get strong winds, sometimes it'll lean over that way. So with the root pointed that way and then also leaning it a tiny bit in that direction should help with that. So now I'm just going to start layering the dirt around the roots and not just dumping the dirt right back on, but kind of layering it. And I'm not going to be able to video that because it's too hard to hold the phone and do that. So I will show you guys when it's all done, but you do want to layer. You don't want to just dump on. Kind of layer the roots how they were in the ground, you know, just try to simulate how they grow in the ground at the nursery. Okay, so one thing I like to do once I have filled the dirt most of the way up is to water it some and then put the rest of the dirt on, because some of the dirt will settle a lot and you'll get the air pockets out. So this is about the level that this tree was in the nursery, so that's where kind of what I'm aiming for to be the final height. This is the graft mark, and I'm pretty sure they did a bud graft, but I've never done that kind of graft before, so I'm not 100% sure. So I definitely want this to be above the soil. So I'm gonna aim for like this, and it's already up to here, but once I water it will settle a little bit. Then I'll put the rest of the dirt on, and then I like to put pea gravel about a foot around the little trees. And then I try to make kind of a berm with, you know, the leftover grass or dirt so that when I water it, the water will kind of stay and get down into the roots of the tree instead of running down the hill, because I'm on a hill here. So I might, oh, and then I also put a half inch hardware cloth tree guard around them. And I'm just going to use the one that I had around that other grafted apple tree. And this is to help with voles and squirrels, or not squirrels, voles and rabbits and groundhogs from chewing on the bark of the young tree, which they love to do, and girdling them. Because if they chew all the bark around the trunk, then no nutrients, like the tree's dead basically, at least from that girdle up. So this helps a lot with that, and I just will put it gently around the tree and kind of just wiggle it a little bit down into the ground, not too much. And I'll put the new tag on there. So I'll do all that tonight, and then I'll just kind of show you guys. Hopefully tomorrow I can come out and show you guys what it looks like in the daytime. So, and that's kind of the whole process of planting a tree. And at least that's how I've been doing it the past couple years. You could also put some mulch around outside of the pea gravel area. That helps to keep the moisture in. And watering is one of the biggest things you want to make sure you do the first year that you've planted a new tree, because if they dry out, they're just so little, and if they dry out, that is, I have read, is one of the #1 causes of them not making it. So I hope this helped you guys. Hope you get out and plant some trees this year. It's super fun. Grow some food and have fun being outside in nature, watching things grow. And even if they die, that's still okay. I bought this cherry tree because I killed the first cherry tree I tried to grow. So that is all part of the process.